Hello and welcome to a new video. Tonight I'll be going on an e-bike ride through some areas that I've never gone at nighttime before. I'm going to go through a portion of the Louisville Loop, which is the cycling, walking track that goes through Louisville, Kentucky. And we'll go through the portion that goes through the Portland area. It goes down to the Portland Wharf Park. And just waiting to go through here. And it goes on the path that goes along the riverfront, and then it ends at Portland Wharf Park. And I figured that would be an interesting place to ride through at nighttime because I've never done that before. I've gone through it in the daytime. It's one of those scooters. I guess there's people on the path. I'll go on the road. But yeah, so I'm going to go through the path, just go and see what it looks like at nighttime. I'll get back on the bike path. Unless this is all blocked off and you can't go through, which is a strong possibility. So I guess I'll have to go back out to the road. But yeah, I'm going through on an e-bike. I guess I should go back out on the road. I'm going through on an e-bike. I guess I can run the sidewalk. No, this is the pedestrian sidewalk, so I guess I need to be in the road. But these are paths that are for cycling or walking or running. So taking an e-bike, probably fine. Taking a gas-powered motorcycle would not. So the Honda Navi that I've done a number of videos while riding. So that's one that I would not take through there. Now, I have gone through plenty of times. Not plenty of times. I've gone through a handful of times. And out of those handful of times, I've seen people riding like full-size Harleys and sport bikes through there before, but I don't quite want to do that myself and then record video evidence of it to put on YouTube. I'll just take the e-bike. We're going through downtown Louisville currently. We're at River Road and East Witherspoon Street. And I have, don't know if I'll actually use the footage from it, but I do have two cameras going. I have, on the front, a DJI Pocket 2, and then on my backpack, I have a GoPro Hero 8 attached. Just to be able to record behind me if anything worthwhile happens. Again, it's going to be a low light situation, so it may not capture much of anything worth seeing. Going down towards the Louisville waterfront because they had the Pride Festival down here over the weekend. So I'm recording on June 19th. And they had the Pride Festival down here, so there was a number of people down here, which is some of this stuff was closed off, and there were tents and booths and such. Not all of it was closed off. And also, compared to the motorcycle, the e-bike is able to use all these trails, and it doesn't really matter. So we'll be going down past the Bell of Louisville. If it's in place, it may be out maybe out for the evening. Don't know. Yeah, but it's the Ohio River that we're going along. And it may be pretty dark, so may not be able to see much of the river, so that's why I'm really not doing too much. People lighting off some fireworks. Louisville is out, and the other boat. So this takes you back. I'm going to turn on the extra light I have on my helmet, just to have a little bit more visibility. This is going under the expressway I-64 East. And then, you know, it's kind of funny if you compare this video when we go through all this path to what's on the Indiana side. The Indiana side is much newer and more kept up. Let's see what's going on down here. Never gone through at nighttime through this trail, as I mentioned before. As it goes along some train tracks. It goes along the Ohio River. During the daytime, there'll often be a ton of geese and ducks and stuff up here. And it also goes past the McAlpine Locks. McAlpine, however you pronounce it. I've never actually looked into it, but they have an area where a lot of barges and riverboats come through. So over to the left, there used to be a lot of people that were camped up here. I don't see anybody right now. I wonder if that means that they kicked everybody out. Because I know I'd gone back through here like last year and earlier in the year, in the summer. There'd be a lot of people back there. I mean, I don't want to disturb anybody. I just find it interesting when they choose to relocate people. Let's see if there's trains going on tonight. And again, I'm using the DJI Pocket 2 because it's a much better low light camera than the GoPros. Because it's got a bigger sensor and it has, you know, it's a gimbal. The entire setup is a gimbal, so it has good stabilization, as opposed to the GoPro uses electronic stabilization. And in low light scenarios, it kind of falls apart and doesn't work very well because it's trying to stabilize a grainy image. A lot of times it'll slow the shutter speed down to let more light in, then it makes things a little bit jittery, so then it's trying to stabilize a jittery, grainy image. As opposed to this is a gimbal itself, so it's not doing any electronic stabilization, it's just showing you the image it records. And hopefully there's enough going on that you can actually see stuff here. There's a train over here on the left, which we'll see a little bit closer in a minute. Well, depending on how long it is. Actually, I don't think it goes all the way down through here. I know I've gone through here in the daytime. There's a rabbit. And you'll see a number of people. And this is where I mentioned before, like, you know, during the daytime I've come through here and there was one day there was a guy on a Harley Davidson and I guess his buddy on a sport bike that were riding through, going much faster than they should. Fast enough that if somebody was to step out in front of them, they'd probably crash. Yeah, there's train tracks. Then in a second, this is going to go by Lannon Park. And then it'll also go past kind of the on-ramp to the 64, Interstate 64. There's often a lot of people that come through here on dirt bikes and four-wheelers and stuff. There's a Lime scooter that's all destroyed. So this ends right before the park. Then over to the left, there's a fence, and on the other side of that fence is the on-ramp to the expressway. Oh, and there's a tree down. There's a tree down. Luckily, this is a off-road capable e-bike. Sorry. Cars. There's a little covered gazebo area. I don't know if I'm in the top light mode or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I have a Shred Lights SL1000 light on the top of my helmet, just to help give some more light in addition to the headlight on this bike. Then up ahead is the locks. This is where, like I said, a lot of river barges and boats go through. An interesting place to go. You see the workings every day, the goings on. And then this will go a little bit further. Checking to make sure there's no cars coming. But it's not too much further from here to the Portland Wharf Park. And I do wonder exactly how safe this trail is at nighttime. I know during the daytime, you'll see a number of people on it. Like I said, for a while, there were a number of homeless camps that were kind of along the path, and there would be people camping out in tents and what have you. I mean, nobody ever said anything to bother me. They were just trying to live their lives, but when you have a bunch of people out in kind of a secluded area, anything can happen. And this is Portland, and there's a lot of, older historic homes through here. Because the Portland area was, kind of a major neighborhood in the city. Oh, that was a possum. It was one of the larger parts of the city, early on. Because the city of Louisville used to be a big port city. Then rail travel and car travel came along, and it did not keep pace with a lot of other large cities and growing. And this goes under the expressway. It is an area that I always thought, when I've ridden through here before, I always thought it looked like somewhere that'd make a good location in a horror film or something, because there's all these, the expressway's going overhead, so you have all the columns coming down supporting it. And a lot of them have graffiti. And I know before I've seen different groups share pictures of a bunch of motorcycles and stuff up here. People would ride up here and meet. Luckily, there's nobody else up here right now tonight. Go back the other way. I wouldn't necessarily 100% recommend you come up here by yourself at night, walking or riding a bike or something, but it's probably okay. There's a lot of graffiti in a lot of these, pretty much all of them. Then there's a train that's on the tracks over to the left. So on the left, we can see some of the lights reflecting off. Those are train cars I don't know if they're loaded up or empty. I hit the camera there. That's one thing that's annoying about the DJI Pocket 2 versus a GoPro is since it is just like a gimbal, you do get you do have to deal with the fact that it's a gimbal and not just a camera that's on a helmet mount attached to your helmet. And I think it's a little bit different angle now than it was at. So I'm going to go back a little bit different way than I came. I'm going to go through the park this time and go a little bit different way back. There's a possum down here. Hello, possum. It was eating off of a dead animal. Kind of sad. Ooh. Yeah, but this is an interesting ride to go through at nighttime. Because it does kind of look like something out of a horror movie. I think any kind of isolated area at nighttime would. That's why I also took one of my faster e-bikes. So I don't have to really worry about anybody catching up to me. If somebody wanted to. I mean, if somebody's on a dirt bike or a four-wheeler, obviously they could, but on foot, it's probably not going to happen. Well, see, I'll look over here real quick at the locks. I don't think you can actually go through, but yeah, so there's like a little bridge. And then there's the area, there's the locks where the different boats go through. I would say don't come up here and go trespassing because not allowed. And you'll probably get caught because they actually have security and stuff around this. Through this way. And go back a little bit different way. Instead of going on the path, on the trail back, I'll go on a road. This is going through the park, Lannon Park. Let's see, we got a little building here. I'm gonna go across this crosswalk thing and get to the road on the other side. Do something a little bit different. And then off the distance, you may be able to see some of the larger buildings in downtown Louisville, which, if you're from a larger city, is not a large downtown at all. Now we're on Northwestern Parkway. And we'll follow this the rest of the way through. Somebody's abandoned car. Good old-fashioned liquor store over there. So I didn't really see anything eventful. Barely saw anybody else. Part of it is I'm recording on a Sunday night versus a Saturday. Went through on Saturday or Friday, there may be more people out. Again, I'm not 100% sure I'd actually want to run into anybody. Again, I have that second camera that I'm not sure if any of the footage from that will even be usable because it's going to be pretty low light. A lot of overpasses and underpasses through this area. This is kind of an industrial district. Oh, I'll ride through here real quick. There's a lot of glass and stuff though. Don't want to get a puncture. This is an interesting looking area. There's a lot of graffiti. Yeah, so that was a ride going along the Louisville Loop through the Portland neighborhood, or behind the Portland neighborhood. It started, I started over by the Belle of Louisville kind of area. It went from there down the Louisville Loop, all the way down to Portland Wharf Park. Then I came back across Lannon Park to Northwestern Parkway, and then cut back through here. Now I'm on North 16th Street in Portland Avenue. I'm going to be making my way back. So yeah, that'll wrap up this ride. Until next time.